Hi Aries, welcome to the Tarot Writer. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing your reading for the month of August 2020. So if you like my readings and you're joining me again, or you like any of my other videos, please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe, share, comment, all that fun stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. This is your reading for the month of August, Aries. Your quote of the month is by a painter by Claude Monet. And the quote is, "I perhaps owe having become a painter to flowers." So to me, that says what we feel deeply inspired by and noticing the quality of life, all the smells, what we see and hear and touch. We can become so inspired that we become a painter, a writer, an amazing cook, a great mother, a father. So keep your eyes open to the beauty to life, because like Claude Monet says, he owes becoming a painter to flowers. Okay, let's move into your reading, Aries. Let's see what we have here for you for the month of Augusto. Okay, first card out is the Star card. This is also my card of the day if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook. And this is about creativity. This is about rising up from after something has been destroyed and tore down in your past. It's a beautiful card of hope, inspiration, feeling that vulnerability after something has been desecrated in the past. So it's that rising up. And I always say it's pull that Band-Aid off and feel the vulnerability and start creating. What is it that you want? This is a card of hope, card of inspiration. Okay, let's see what else we have here for Aries. Wow, so two major arcanas right off the back. So maybe you're recreating structure in your life, traditional values, you're realigning yourself with new system of beliefs. You're challenging yourself into, wow, okay, we are going to have to take a look here and stop for a second, because this is a lot. At the bottom of the deck, I have the 10 of Wands. So there is this overburden. There is this release of having come to completion with something. And look, you're starting over. This is like, this is very big, let's say that. So three major arcana here. Let me just look at these cards for a sec. I mean, it looks like coming into something, a new balance of inner and outer beliefs, who we are, our own truth, how we build our lives. Because the Hierophant is here as our inner beliefs, what we believe to be true and what we value. It could be religious beliefs. It could be anything that creates who you are as a person, your soul, what you're aligned with, that you've learned throughout your entire life. But then we have the Justice card here, and that is seeking balance exterior to yourself. So that is finding that truth in harmony with people, friendships, relationships, learning from all your past experiences, could be from a child to now. I always say weeks, months, or years. And then we have the Star card here. So that tells me that is this new, coming into something new, this rising up from all that structure and past experiences, a starting over point, being able to grow where you want to grow your beliefs in your interior and exterior self. Okay, so I always say put these cards where you feel they're necessary, in your relationships, in your work, in your career, in your home setting, wherever you feel these cards make sense. this is three major arcana cards starting right off. So I really feel like it's not just reevaluating your belief system and justice, what you feel is right. It's more than that. It's this whole recreation of maybe how you identify as a person, how you want to be valued, and how you value others, possibly. Let's see what falls below the star card. It could be, committing yourself to something completely new. It can be so many things. And like we said, everything, you are finding this new balance. Twos are all about balance and decisions. This is the dance of life with these two pentacles. He's juggling something. So I feel like you are on your way into this changing over of a new tide. I have to go back to the Claude Monet quote about I perhaps owe having become a painter to flowers, because perhaps there was something truly inspiring in your life that created a diversion where you went off that set path within you, that path that you had just this solid belief about something. And now it's like the gates have opened to something completely new. And now you're juggling with this new belief, something that you've never seen before, heard before. It could be a new person you met and you're just wildly inspired by them. You could hear a new song and it just makes you think of something. It kind of breaks you out of that structure that you've been in for so long. So I feel like you're recalibrating. I always feel like the two of Pentacles is this recalibration. And then at the bottom of the deck again, we have 10 of Pentacles. So before we had 10 of Wands, now we have 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, there is this reaching of a culmination. There is a complete, what do I want to say? It's completion. You have reached completion with something, and now you get to start over. With what that is, it's going to be different for each and every one of you, but I hope you're feeling it. Let's see what falls. Let's see what your heart of the reading card is. This is your middle card. Maybe this will suggest to us more thematically what we're dealing with here. Oh, we got two cards. Look at that. Whew. Okay, so again, another 10. So another culmination. We've reached a point of that we're at the precipice of emotional freedom and happiness. And then it's also being covered by the devil. So this is also another major arcana. So I feel for your theme of your reading right here, it's really breaking free of what used to give you happiness and joy. What gave us happiness and joy and emotional stability, whatever, maybe no longer does it for you. Maybe, in fact, it's limiting you in some way, and that you need to break free from those things that used to make you happy, used to give you structure, used to make you feel like you were empowered by a sense of justice and truth. Maybe your own truth is changing. And I feel like you are going to untether yourself from those things that don't bring you happiness anymore. It's not that you are unhappy, it's that what makes you happy is changing. What makes you feel good inside and wholesome is just changing. So it's not a bad thing. It's not that you're unhappy and depressed, and maybe you are, maybe you're not. But I just see this, that who you are as a person and where you find satisfaction is you're almost like upgrading or something. You're realizing that these things that used to make me happy no longer are. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Lover. So these cards are very significant. They're almost the same in a way. But I think this is your ultimate goal. This is, you are spearheaded toward complete harmony. What harmonizes with your life now, what harmonizes with who you are now, not who you used to be yesterday, because the Justice card is talks about our past experiences. So I think now you're coming back into alignment with who you are and what you need in order for to feel the value of your own life and your own being. This is all very positive. So if I'm not expressing that exactly in the right way, I hope by the end you will see it. And it's something that you're really going for with the 7 of Wands here. This is like standing your own ground. You're like really fighting for something, feeling passionate. And I really feel like you are motivated to grow. It's like you're running on top of that hill and fighting back things, if that's the word you want to use, fighting back, I don't know. But knowing what you want to go for, feeling that fire within you in order to grow, to get out of something that was limiting you, that was no longer satisfying. Okay, so let's see what we have underneath the 2 of Pentacles. The death of something, another 10. So even though 10s aren't all out here, we have seen pretty much every 10 in the tarot deck. Because something has ended. Could have been quite painfully in the past, doesn't need to be. These could be perhaps these swords in the figure's back can be lessons learned. But this does indicate a completion, that you've learned something from your past and look how you're growing up from it or through it. Definitely an old way is being removed from your life, or wants to be. You want to like vacate that place and move forward with something different. It'll be different for each of you. Okay, and we have 6 of Cups. So this can deal with home life. We have Ace of Cups on the bottom. So new love, a new blossoming of emotional freedom. This is overwhelming amount of love and beauty. So we have here the 6 of Cups. So this is all about home life, our memories, our connection to people. So especially right next to the 10 of Swords, again, I feel like this connection that you have with people, relationships, this is also a card of generosity, giving and taking, is something you're growing from. How else can I say this? The 6 of Cups, it's about home life, our connections, our memories. It's deeply rooted in who we are. And that's why I think springing up from that, the Devil and the 10, you have this, your roots are almost being uprooted from the way you do things at home. Your connections with family, friends, lovers. It's being uprooted actually because something has ended. This could have been like a fight with a friend, although I do think it's more significant than that because of all the major arcanas coming out of here. So you are being uprooted and being guided toward maybe just a new sense of who you are. All your relationships are changing. Okay, and then we have the Empress, and this is you. This is the Venus of love, or the card of Venus, goddess of love. And I think emotionally, intellectually, this is where you are heading toward, is the freedom to just sit in your power and let things come to you because with the Queen of Swords there, you're moving on from something. You're cutting something out because it's ended. And I feel like this is like the full strength of the flower. Again, going back to Claude Monet's, I perhaps owe having become a painter to flowers. I think you're feeling wildly inspired by new set of beliefs, a new structure, new way of doing something, because you're ready to receive everything that the universe, your life has to give you at this point. You're feeling deeply inspired to untether yourself from the old ways, uprooting yourself and starting almost new again. Let's go ahead and clarify the star card. Clarify the star card. Why is the star card here? And then we have the Nine of Wands. And this is all about that wounded warrior. So you have reached a culmination where it was just too much. Something was too much of a burden. Like this is almost at the precipice of like, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm working too hard. I can't. It's a card of exhaustion, really. So it's so nice to actually see that it being clarified by the star card, because you get new hope. This is like a new dawn. When you've worked so hard, you fully exhausted yourself, or you're almost have exhausted yourself. And the star card moves in and it shows you all your potential, that you get to grow from some new foundation. And then let's see the Hierophant. Why do we have the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? And we also have the Hanged Man. So this is another major arcana. And this might indicate that you need to sacrifice something in order to get something. That you've done a lot of thinking. And on the other tarot decks, there's like a little like halo around his head, and that is indicative of enlightenment. So I think you've done a lot of thinking and kind of hanging out and thinking about your past and how you feel about things. But now the Hangman also talks about sacrificing something. And I think you're sacrificing your own beliefs or something within the structure of your world. In order to move on into new parts of our life, a lot of times we have to quote unquote kill something in our past or in our life that no longer works for us. So again, it's going to be different for everyone, but I think you really want whatever this is. You're sacrificing this devil energy for something different. Why do we have the Justice card here? Why is the Justice card here? Okay, Page of Cups. So these are very different energies. With the Justice is almost like a very heavy energy. And the Page of Cups is very light. It's very intuitive. It's very playful and creative. So, I feel like there could be somebody or child, somebody close to you, where you have to make a decision about this person. Maybe this could be a family member, somebody playful, childlike in a way. And it could be a partner, even if they're appearing as like a page, maybe a little immature. And you have to make this decision about this person. Or it could just be your own playful energy. But I'm going to do another card on that. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles again. So this could be about something dealing with the home life, because Ten of Pentacles talks about, generational things. And we also have the home life here as well. So you could be dealing with structure within your own family, structure within all your relationships, and how maybe some of them are immature, or the values you have with them, the value it places with them. What am I trying to say? Um, okay, I had to look at these three cards for a second. What you could be dealing with here is somebody who comes back and makes an apology, somebody who wants your attention, who wants like almost like your love, your emotional attention. And it feels like it could be somebody from your family or just like your friendly circle. It could be a lover, whoever. But I think you're really making a judgment call on where you stand with this person, because the 10 of Pentacles is all about that generational stability, something that lasts a long time. So this could have been a breakup with like a friend, a lover, a family member. And I think you're making a very judicial decision about where you stand with this person or people. And I think you're also wising up to where you place your emotional energy, because like we said over here, this 10 of Cups is changing. What you've used to find fulfillment in is changing over. It's limiting you now. So I think you are re-examining where you stand emotionally with people, who you give your attention over to. Maybe there's somebody who's coming back with an apology, who wants your attention. And I just think with the Justice here, card of Libra, you might be just figuring out where you stand with this person, where your heart lies with this person. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to figure that out for a second. That was a little challenging. Okay, so why do we have the Two of Pentacles here? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Again, we have the 10 of Cups, because there is this recalibration into what now makes you happy, because in the past, what made you happy in the past is no longer what makes you happy in the present. There is this rebalancing, recalibrating. It's like a switch. Something perhaps inspired you to look in a new way and say, oh my God, I don't really care about those things anymore. My heart is no longer belongs with that person or those people. So it's a rising up of your vibrational happiness, really. And that's why I say this is actually a happy reading, because you're figuring out what makes you happy. And that, in fact, what made you happy in the past isn't what makes you happy now. And that's a good thing to be aware of. Okay, so why do we have these middle cards here, the 10 of Cups and the Devil? Why do we have these cards? Why is the 10 of Cups and the Devil here? So happy you got this card on this, because the 5 of Pentacles is all about lack. It could be emotional lack. It can be financial lack. It can be, just lacking in a relationship. And that's why I said you're feeling tethered to something that no longer works for you. Your emotional freedom wants to expand from the 5 of Pentacles, from this Devil energy. It's something that kind of keeps you buried, limited, hinged to something that no longer serves you. It's a very needy and greedy energy. And I think you really, with the Devil energy here, which is actually a good thing, because it's making you aware of how capable you are of succeeding with some kind of higher happiness, of success. So your reading is really all about unhinging yourself from that which no longer serves you, which we hear a lot in tarot, but I'm really seeing the significance of it being played out here. So why do we have the 7 of Wands here? Why is 7 of Wands? Two of Cups, because I think love is on the line here. Whether this is, a reflection of yourself, with whether this is with somebody else, you are fighting for it because love is on the line and it's worth fighting for. So I think that's what's so sacrificial in the past, is that you're doing away with some old way of behavior. You're sacrificing something in order to have this balance back in your life. Again, we have two cards of balance, the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. And you're fighting for it. This is something that you want because your heart is on the line. Somebody else's heart is on the line. There's something, there's like a beating of the heart underneath all these cards because an old way is done and it can no longer be serve you. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why do we have the Ten of Swords? Because you're walking away and you're looking for some higher satisfaction, some higher purpose. What's done is done. And now you're looking to fill those cups again with something new. This is the coat, the red coat right here signifies passion. And the passion is here as well with the Seven of Wands. So that's what I talk about, like that beating heart. There's something underneath all these cards where like, you're not done yet. You still have the fire within you to go get what you're after. And we have the Six of Cups here. Why do we have the Six of Cups? Why do we have the Six of Cups? Ace of Cups. So we saw this before. And like we said, love is on the line. Your heart is on the line. You're reconnecting. You're being uprooted to create stronger roots. Right? It's like the soil has been soiled and you have to remove a plant or something, not to go with, Claude Monet's quote about flowers, but you are replanting something for new growth. Look at that card, so pretty. And there's that flower. Uprooting and replanting is what you're doing. It's exactly what you're doing in better, healthier soil to be watered and nurtured. And this is what the Empress is all about. She's all about nourishment, loving on oneself, growth, the full capacity of expression. Why do we have the Empress here? Why do we have the Empress? Strength. Card of Leo. And this is such a beauty. These two, again, major arcanas, but I'm very happy to have strength next to the Empress because strength is not indicative of actual muscle strength, but it's about being gentle with yourself and having compassion in order for new love to bloom, right? You can't wrestle a flower into blossoming. And it's about just nurturing what you have in your life. And I think this is just all about you communicating with yourself and others and in a new direction of emotional fulfillment and happiness. I'm going to give you a card from my Wicca deck. This is going to be an advice card, or it's going to be just an energy card, whatever you want to call it. So this is for you, Aries. I'm going to choose one card from the Wicca deck. What does Aries need to know? What is the message for Aries? And you have release. This is the crone. I will read what the crone is all about. I'll hold it up so you can see it. And the bottom here, it says release. That's what it says. Okay. The crone sees that you are being called to the wisdom place to go within and release any attachments to the outside world. So I'm sorry, but here we are releasing your attachments. Releasing your attachments to the outside world so that you can gather understanding of your current experiences and make sense of your life. A maturity is called for that gives no place to familiar emotional patterns or thought processes, but rather uses each opportunity to see beyond the illusions of small self and so step into far greater reality. I just want to pause there because that's why I was struggling with these cards right here, because I think this Page of Cups is the a maturity is called for that gives no place to familiar emotional patterns. Okay. But rather uses each opportunity to see beyond the illusions of small self and so step into a far greater reality. The crone coming into your life now shows that you have just experienced or will shortly experience a change or release that requires some deep responses. You're being advised to let go and let life shape itself. Let go and let life shape itself. So you are on the brink of change. This is wonderful for you, Aries. I'm very excited. Thank you for joining me. Hit that thumbs up button, like, and please subscribe if you enjoy my videos. I love it if you would. All right, have a wonderful day.